Are you stuck under $1 million in sales wondering why growth feels impossible? Well, after consulting 886 different agencies, I kept seeing the same 8 mistakes wrecking their sales. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix each one to unlock real growth real fast. Number 1, most agency owners are out here trying to catch fish, throwing rice into the ocean. Yeah, you heard me, throwing rice. Not a fishing rod, not even a soggy sandwich, just rice. Now, picture it. You're on the beach and you're hurling handfuls of Uncle Ben's into the waves, hoping that a tuna leaps out and says, "Hire me." Spoiler, it won't. And if something does bite, it's probably a confused seagull, not your dream client. This is what happens when you don't pick a market. You get weird, random leads. Someone asks if you can run TikTok ads for their pet hamster, but you build websites for accountants. It's total chaos out there. Look, if you want sales to feel easy, you got to stop with this rice madness. I want you to pick your fish. I want you to figure out what it eats, and I want you to go to its favorite hangout spot. Show up so often that it can't ignore you. That's when selling will get stupidly simple. So if you've helped all kinds of clients and you still feel unclear about your market focus, I've got a simple fix. Just finish this sentence. I help Avatar achieve result. That one line, it's the start of everything for your offers, your content, for your marketing. But if you're thinking, Greg, we've worked with so many people, how do I just choose one? I hear you, and that sentence is just your first draft. So let's sharpen it. To get clarity, you only need 2 circles. 1, who you help, and 2, what problem you solve. Now, where those 2 circles overlap, that's your market. That's your message. That's the start of real traction. And if you're not sure what to pick or who to pick, I want you to use these 5 lenses to uncover the overlap. For the who, I want you to look at who are the best clients that you serve? What are your passion areas? What specialized experience do you have? For the what general experience do you have or unique capabilities? I want you to see where they intersect. That is the sweet spot. Now with a refined version of your I help sentence, I want you to run it through this 5-question gut check. Do I enjoy working with them? Can I find and connect with them easily? Is their industry growing or is it dying? Can I get them results? Will they happily pay? Now, if it's a yes across the board, you're on track. Now, if you still can't decide between the 2, flip a coin and pay attention to which one that you were hoping that it landed on. That's your answer. Now, one last thing, you're not marrying your market yet. You're just dating it for 90 days. You got to test it. You got to talk to real people. You got to go make offers. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. Want to speed up this process? Check out the free Positioning GPT that I created for you in the description below. It'll help you do this in minutes. All right, now that you've finally picked your fish, let's talk about the next reason that most agencies get ghosted. It's that your offer is about as clear as a foggy bathroom mirror. Number 2, take Rob, for example. On paper, his agency looked like a dream. $50K, $60K a month, 25 clients, a team of 5. But behind the scenes, he was drowning. Every client got a custom solution. Every project ran through him. Nights, weekends, missing family moments, the works. Now, the real culprit here, his offer was too vague, weak, and confusing. Clients weren't buying a result. They were buying Rob. And that meant no scalability, no clarity, and no way out. Now, Rob knew he needed to change something, but fear was holding him back. How do you simplify without blowing up the business that you've already built for yourself? Here's how we helped him flip the script on this. First, we rolled out the perfect week system. Boom, he had flex Fridays, weekends off, and finally some breathing room because he adhered to a structured week. Next, we dropped in the buy back your time model. He hired an operations assistant, delegated his inbox, and he got hours back each and every week. Now, with that new margin, what did we do? We rebuilt his offer from the ground up. Rob launched Local Service Boost, which was a productized local SEO and ads offer. just for plumbers and HVAC companies looking to consistently fill their pipeline. No more doing everything for everyone. He became the go-to guy for one clear buyer. The result? He brought all of his recurring clients into this new model without losing a single one. Delivery got simpler, profits went up, and Rob finally got his life back. So if your offer is vague, custom, or hard to explain, fixing it isn't just a tweak. It's the unlock to your next level. Here's how to do it just like Rob did. Step one, I want you to audit your offers and your time. Rob started out by carving out space to think. You need that margin too. Audit your current client offers and look at your calendar. Can you explain your offer in one sentence? Could someone else deliver it without you? Does it solve one urgent, specific problem? If not, you're probably stuck in the weeds. Step two is buy back your time. Rob hired an ops assistant and delegated his inbox. Now, you don't have to do it all. Offload admin work, carve out time to actually work on your business, not just in it. Step three is to specialize in on one buyer. Rob went from helping everyone to we help plumbers and HVAC companies. Pick your lane. Specialization builds trust and lets you build a repeatable machine. Now, step four, I want you to name your offer. It needs to be a product, so it needs a name. Rob created the local service boost. You need to give your offer a name like that promises a result. Package your expertise into one clear, repeatable offer for your chosen buyer. Step five is to simplify to multiply. Rob didn't grow by doing more. He grew by doing less, but doing it way better. The more repeatable your process, the easier it is to sell, the easier it is to delegate and to scale. Bottom line, follow Rob's playbook. Buy back your time, get laser focused, and package your genius into something anyone on your team can deliver. That's how you go from being the bottleneck to building an agency that runs and grows without you. Now, if you want to work closely with me and my team to help you like we did Rob, click the link in the description below to learn more on how we can actually help. All right, so your offer finally makes sense. No more confusing mumbo jumbo. But what if your offer is clear and you're still stuck? What if clients love it, but every single project feels like a one-off? This brings us to number three. Let me tell you about Troy. Troy's agency had been doing 7 figures per year, and this is not time to cue the confetti cannons because his team was growing and so was his overhead, and they were going through the roof, and every project was a brand new snowflake. Now, that meant new scope, new deliverables, and new headaches. Now, if a client sneezed, they'd rewrite half the proposal. Does this sound familiar for you? Now, here's the plot twist. All of that custom work didn't get him faster sales or dream clients. It just meant more late nights and more, what exactly are we delivering here again type meetings. But then Troy finally hit pause and went through our productized offer blueprint training. That's when things started to click. All those clients, it didn't matter if they wanted a website, a funnel, or a billboard for their cat. They just wanted more leads. Growth, plain and simple. So using the blueprint, Troy trashed the buffet menu of services and started selling paid ads as a sprint dialed in on getting them leads. Guess what? Sales cycles shrank, clients made decisions on the spot, and Troy is starting to rack up 6 new deals before his coffee's getting cold. No more vague Frankenstein proposals, just one clear, irresistible offer, the thing that they want. So if you're sick of being a custom project assembly line, do what Troy did. Package your best skills to solve one high-value problem and make it so easy to buy that your clients will think that they've stumbled onto, the easy button. So here's how you can get off the hamster wheel just like Troy. Step one, spot the chaos. Review your last 5 to 10 projects. How many had different scopes, timelines, assets, or outcomes? That's your clue. If you're constantly starting from scratch, your sales process will drag and your team will burn out. Step two is find the repeatable pattern. Strip away the surface level asks, websites, funnels, emails, and identify what clients actually paid for. More often than not, it's the same result in different disguises. So for Troy, it was leads. Find your version of that. Step three is to draw boundaries. Create a fixed scope offer around that common thread. Limit deliverables, set timelines, define what's in and what's out. Your goal is a system, not a snowflake. Step four is to then systematize that delivery. Turn your offer into a sprint, a framework, or a repeatable playbook. Give it a name, build SOPs behind it. The more uniform it is, the faster that you can close deals and delegate without drowning. Now, a bonus tip, standardize before you scale. If you've already hit 6 or 7 figures, your issue probably isn't what to sell, it's how many different ways you're selling it. So clean that up, and everything from sales velocity to client results will accelerate. All right, so now you've stopped building Frankenstein projects for every client. You've got a clear, punchy offer. You're feeling good, but hold up. There's still a sales killer lurking in your agency's closet, which brings me to number 4. Let me introduce you to Tim. Tim is a super smart guy, like a lot of agency owners, probably like yourself. He thought that the way to win was to sell those massive high retainer packages. We're talking 6-figure contracts, do-it-all retainers, strategy, creative, execution, ads, emails, landing pages, literally the whole Thanksgiving dinner when all the client wanted was a snack. So to pull it off, Tim had to hire a small army of contractors just to deliver on all those promises. Margins got tight, sales slowed down, stress shot through the roof. And here's the thing, even with all of that premium positioning, his clients were dragging their feet. Nobody was saying yes. Why? Because the offer was too big. It was too scary to say yes to. So we sat down with Tim, and we helped him zoom in on the one thing he was actually crushing for his clients right out of the gate in every relationship. And for him, that was helping nonprofits raise more money from their existing donor lists. It's simple, it was valuable, and it was repeatable. We took that one outcome, packaged it into a short sprint, 8 weeks, with a clear process. No more kitchen sink, just one powerful promise. And guess what? Tim's sales cycle got cut in half. He started closing faster, delivering leaner, and clients were lining up for the next engagement before the first one was even finished. So here's the lesson. Packaged offers for a specific type of client will beat bloated, do-it-all retainers every single time. Smaller promises are easier to keep, and they're way easier to sell. So if your offer still feels like a Thanksgiving feast, it's time to trim it down and cut the fat. I want you to go for smaller promises, earlier wins, and one clear outcome. Make it easy to say yes, fast to deliver, and this should go without saying, but make sure that it works. So how do you pull a Tim and stop scaring clients off with monster-sized offers? Simple. Don't serve a 7-course meal when all your client wants is a snack. Make it light, make it fast, and impossible to say no to. Here's how we do it. Step 1, look at your last 5 to 10 clients. Again, a great sample size. What did almost all of them need first? Not the full buffet, just the appetizer. Step 2 is to package that into a fixed scope, outcome-based offer. No fluff, no we'll do it all, just one clear win. Then step 3 is price it so people can move fast. Remember, momentum beats margin at the beginning of a relationship. Get them a win and get them moving forward. Step 4, once they get that first win, I want you to bridge them into the next phase. Now you're stacking revenue, not just chasing one big deal at a time. So if your offer feels heavy, slow to close, and hard to explain, I want you to shrink it. I want you to simplify it. Sell the first win, smaller promises, bigger momentum. All right, so now your offer isn't a Thanksgiving feast. It's a snack-sized win that gets clients hooked. But let's be real. If you're still sitting around waiting for the referral fairy to sprinkle magic dust on your pipeline, you're basically fishing with a single worm and hoping for a miracle catch. Which brings us to number 5. If you want real, repeatable growth, you need to build a net, a system that brings in leads every single day, rain or shine. Let me tell you about Lindsay. When Lindsay joined us, she was like most agencies, living on referrals and word of mouth. She had a couple of big name clients, but every new deal felt like waiting for lightning to strike twice. There was no marketing strategy, no stable lead flow, just kind of crossing her fingers and hoping that someone would refer and say, hey, you gotta talk to Lindsay. So we flipped the script. Lindsay picked her organic channel, which was LinkedIn, and she started sharing content every single day. Not just random posts, but stuff that pointed people to a lead magnet to get them on her email list. The email list, that's where the magic happens. She's nurturing those people each and every day. Then she invites them to a call. Once that system was humming, Lindsay poured a little gas on that fire. She added paid ads for just a few grand a month. Suddenly, her calendar started filling up. With leads flowing, we rolled out all the big guns, long-form content on YouTube, and now with every video, she's building trust and authority. Her close rate, It's shot up to over 40% because prospects are pre-sold before they even get on the call. Here's how you build Lindsay's lead machine. Step 1, I want you to pick your primary platform. If you're just starting out, short form content will grow your audience fast, but you've got to be capturing emails. Step 2 is get them on your email list. I want you to make sure you've got a killer welcome sequence that gets your prospects hooked and binging on your content. Step 3 is to point them to your conversion video, which is simply a long form piece of content that really states who you're for, who you're not for, how everything that you do works, and invites them to a conversation. Step 4 is once you see leads coming in consistently, layer in paid ads to pour more people into that system. Step 5 is add more long form content to speed up trust and boost conversions. Step 6, keep optimizing, tweak, test, and repeat. This is how you go from hoping for referrals to having a calendar packed with pre-sold prospects. Hey, and if you're thinking it would be way easier to have some help and walk through a proven process to get your offer productized and systematized, click the link in the description to learn more about our program. So now you've got a lead machine humming, no more waiting for the referral fairy, no more fishing with a single worm. But here's the next thing that wrecks agency sales. Your sales process, it's basically just hope. Number 6, you know what hope isn't? A strategy. It's like showing up to a Formula One race on a tricycle and praying that you're going to win. It's not going to happen. Let me show you what I mean with John's story. John's a creative and brand strategist, and seriously, he's a really talented one. But every time he got on a sales call, it was like improv night at the comedy club. No two prospects had the same experience. Every pitch was a unique creative act. And it sounds fun, right? And I know it does for some people, but the spoiler here is it was exhausting. And the result is sales cycles dragged on, follow-ups piled up, and not enough people actually signed on to work with him. John was burning out, chasing prospects, and he was still coming up short. That's when we installed our consultation engine. It's a game changer. Now, every bit of interest feeds into a quick discovery call, which is just about 15 to 20 minutes to gauge fit. Only the perfect fit prospects move forward to discuss his core offer. No more trying to convince everyone, just the right ones. Now, before the next call, John sends over some killer assets like a video or a document that explains how his process works. He answers the usual questions that he's been getting, and he lays out the plan on how he's going to help. By the time he hops on that second call, the prospects are primed. He just answers any personalized questions and then lays out the next steps. It's repeatable and it's efficient, and it means John can actually be present and focused in every single conversation that he's having, which leads to better clients, better conversion, more people saying yes. So here's how to ditch the hope and build a sales process that works. Step 1, send all interest to a short discovery call, 15 to 20 minutes max. I want you to filter for the right prospects. This is about fit, not conversion. Step 2, for the qualified folks, send them an asset, a document, or a video. It's your offer, how you work, and answers the big questions that they're likely to have that would prevent them from moving forward. Step 3 is run a consultative call. Walk them through how it will work for them, tie up any loose ends, and then enroll the best fit prospects. Step 4, use your pipeline CRM to follow up with any good fit prospects who didn't move forward. Stop relying on hope. Build that process that moves the right people forward each and every time. So you've ditched hope as your sales strategy, and you built a process that actually moves people forward. But there's another silent killer out there, one that keeps most founders stuck in the weeds, spinning their wheels instead of driving the business forward. Number 7, it's sort of like trying to win a race while dragging a parachute behind you. You can't hit top speed if you're buried in the admin and your delivery work. Let me show you what happens when you finally cut that parachute, just like Patrick did. Patrick helps Monday.com users get their Monday.com system in place and humming. But the real magic happened when he standardized his delivery. Suddenly, he wasn't drowning in endless onboarding, support tickets, or fiddling with the same setups over and over. He got his time back, and he could finally focus on the big picture, which, guess what, as the founder, is marketing and sales. Here's where most founders get it backwards. They try to hire someone to do marketing or sales for them, trusting a stranger to sell their vision. Bad move. Nobody's going to sell you better than you, especially in the early days. The real move is to offload the low-level admin stuff. Get client onboarding off your plate so that you can spend your best hours actually growing your business. If you want more clients and you want to grow, but you're not marketing, newsflash, you're not going to grow. Okay. Here's how to take off the parachute and finally hit top speed. Step 1, do a time audit for a week. Track every low-level task that eats up your day: email, scheduling, bookkeeping, all of it. Step 2 is get those tasks off your plate. Hire a virtual assistant, an EA, or even use one of those VA services. Free yourself up. Step 3 is to set up a new client onboarding campaign so that every client moves through the same steps, right? Bonus points if your team member can run it for you. Now, step 4, take all of that newfound time and pour it into marketing. That's how you get more clients and you actually grow. So stop dragging a parachute, standardize, delegate, and put yourself back in the driver's seat. All right, you've seen what's holding most agencies back, and you've now seen how to fix it. If you want help following a proven process backed by almost 900 clients, apply to our program with the link in the description. But if you want the step-by-step system to productize your own service, check out my next video. It's the exact system to productize any service in 6 months.